3,246 yards this year, 32 touchdown passes against 9 interceptions.
That's fantastic. The starters today for Mountain Crest on offense, we've seen all year long: Caressa, Rigby, Hall, Pickett, Fackrell, Fuller, Jenkins, Lyman, Collins, Pack, Huerta, and the kicker, just for good measure, is Call.
Caressa's first pass sails a little high as he had some pressure.
Well, he's got a little adrenaline going on. You know, you get down to that turf at the stadium, and we've seen that a little bit this year. Sometimes he has a tendency to float passes. When he starts to focus in on the game, he can rein that in. But at first, a little hyper.
Yeah, many times we've seen Mountain Crest. They haven't started fast, but they finish strong. 5 wide for the Mustangs against a very stingy Bountiful defense. The 4-man front for the Braves. Underneath, they go to Hall. Hall out to the 25-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 5. And Mountain Crest, of course, just takes a quick huddle. They don't spend a lot of time in the huddle. But then they come to the line and take a look at what the defense has to offer.
That's a good play call by the coaches of Mountain Crest. Get something going. Nice, easy pass to Hall.
Here comes a linebacker. This one tipped, and it'll be 4th and 5. And Caressa had a man open downfield. It was Rigby, but that one tipped away at the line of scrimmage. Mountain Crest goes 3 and out. Caressa, the quarterback's the punter, and he's going to keep it. Gets to the edge, 1st down and more. No flags, and Caressa picks up 15 on 4th and 5.
Well, I don't think Coach Wooten called that punt. I think he just gives Alex Caressa the autonomy to make that decision when he rolls out to the right on that rugby-style kick. If you take a look at the replay here, he just doesn't see anybody on that side who's anywhere near, and he knows he can beat the one man. And that's exactly what he does, and picks up a big 1st down.
Yeah, the whole left side of that defense just folded in. Caressa took off. Caressa has Rigby in the backfield with him now. Bountiful bringing 2 linebackers. Caressa buys time. Back across the grain, and a flag will bring this one back, but Caressa's on the move. There's a flag in the backfield in the vicinity of a hold, and it's way back at the 37-yard line. It's an illegal block in the back on Mountain Crest. See if we can see it here.
That's such a difficult thing when one of the blockers for Mountain Crest, when Caressa totally changes the field, and that's what you really like out of them. There's the block in the back. You just saw it. Was that Eddie Hall?
Yeah.
Nailed for that.
And the official clear on the other side saw it through the flag.
You got to keep your head on a swivel when you got number 7 in your backfield. So all of a sudden he changes the whole direction of the defense, and surprise.
Well, if they don't get to him, they were bringing 2 linebackers. And if they don't get to him, then there's a whole lot of green in front of him. Mountain Crest now with a wing, a tight end, and a back in the backfield. This one, a nice catch out there by Fackrell. Fackrell gets the penalty yardage, most of it back.
Geez, that was a really nice catch.
9 yards.
Dax Fackrell goes right into the teeth of the Bountiful defense, and Caressa kind of leaves him up there. A little bit defenseless, still goes after it. That's a courageous catch across the middle.
Yeah, it is. 2nd down and 11 after the pickup of 9. Caressa, nice pocket around him. Now he scoots out of it. In trouble. He needed Rigby to turn around and throw a block, and Rigby did not. And Caressa wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 11. And take a look right here. Rigby's kind of downfield as Caressa bails out.
I think he sees him, but just too late. And the good closing speed by the defense of Bountiful to catch up to Caressa.
He's either got to come back and try to make that block or take off straight downfield, because Caressa was still behind the line of scrimmage. It's easy for us to say sitting way up here. Caressa on 3rd and 11. Here comes a linebacker. Caressa in trouble. Gets rid of it. And now they'll punt. They faked it last time, but it was 4th and 5 that time. Now it's 3rd and 11.
Looks a lot like the game we saw last week with East starting out tough on defense against Mountain Crest.
They brought that linebacker late. He waited till the lane opened up, and then he came flying in there. That was Riley Gautavai. Caressa kicks this one away. Fair catch called for and made out there by Luke Larson, and so the Bountiful defense will take the field. No score. Bountiful at their own 25-yard line with 9:10 to play in the first period. Yeah, we saw that a little bit last week, Lee. They had a hard time protecting Caressa, and they're struggling a little bit early on this drive. He's been on the move.
Well, it's just a numbers game. Start bringing extra guys, and the quarterback's going to make somebody miss, which usually Caressa does. This time Bountiful catches him.
Zollinger rolls out as a man wide open. It's Salazar. Salazar, big yardage across midfield. So we say they're a running team. That time they go for 26 through the air.
Yeah, credit Coach Wall with that. He's a cagey veteran, and he'll make the calls that the defense will give him.
Nobody near Salazar as he crossed all the way across and picks up a great block right there before he's finally pulled down by Pututau. Pututau leads the team in interceptions with 4, 3 of them coming last week. So 3 wide receivers for Bountiful. Zollinger pitches it back to Schmidt. Schmidt wrapped up in the backfield. And that's something you're not going to get much of, and that's getting outside of this Mountain Crest defense. Loss of 4.
That pitch just comes really late. Still deep in the backfield, and you're right. Mountain Crest really has some good team speed and defense.
Mitten and Richardson there, the 2 linebackers. Zollinger with the give, fullback right up the middle. Schmidt picks up huge yardage on 2nd and long.
I don't think Rigby got him. I think he tripped on the 25. Let's see if we can see it in the replay here, because if he did, he got him by the proverbial shoelace. Oh, he just barely tipped his heel and saves the touchdown.
27 yards right up the middle, and we've seen Mountain Crest this year with a couple of times have trouble with runs right up the gut like that. Here's the give to Schmidt again. He picks up 3.
Mountain Crest got to do something to shore up the middle of that defense. Coach Wall will go right at it again.
Two receivers and an I formation. Zollinger's going to keep. Looking for a man. It's tipped right into his hands. And that was 44, Kaufman, the fullback.
Well, Dart's got a shot at it, at least tipping it away, and he just can't quite get to it. Gets his hand on it, but doesn't alter the path enough to knock it down.
"13 yards. And it's 1st and goal for the Braves. 7 minutes to play in the first period. Here's the give. Satuala walks into the end zone. Touchdown. Bountiful, making it look easy. From 8 yards out.
Football's not rocket science, and Bountiful shows you why right there. Just great blocking downfield. Take a look at the replay here, and opens up everything, and Satuala just goes and finds the hole, which is outside.
Oh, you see Mitten, number 44, the outside linebacker, got caught inside.
Yep.
Don't want to do that. The point after attempt is good. Bountiful with the early lead, 7-0 with 6:56 to play in the first.
One of the reasons I really enjoy banking at Lewiston State Bank is because I enjoy the friendly service. They know me by name, they know who I am, and they know what my business is, and that is very important to me.
I've been banking at Lewiston State Bank for about 9 years, and we love it. They know who I am.
We are proud to have been serving our customers for over 100 years with personalized, friendly service. Please come in and meet your new friends at Lewiston State Bank.
Holmes kick, a one-hopper to Eddie Hall. Hall right up the gut. Hall still on his feet, out across the 35 to about the 36, 37-yard line, and that's where Alex Caressa and the Mustangs will take over, now trailing 7-0. Alex Caressa, we've talked over and over about all the records he owns, but he does not own that ring. No ring on his finger. Here's that touchdown. You see Mitten was coming to C-gap. Kind of got caught up with his own player in there. And Satawala bounced it outside. Flag on the play. Somebody moving early or somebody offsides. Let's see what the call is. Bountiful has not been flagged yet. We're early in this ball game. Mountain Crest 1 penalty for 10 yards.
Probably going to be a movement penalty, I think.
And it is.
Well, Mountain Crest, they like to get into their offense early, and almost always they're leaning just a little bit, and sometimes they get caught, and sometimes they don't.
They're going to decline the penalty after a loss of 1 on the carry by Hall. So 2nd and 11. Mountain Crest with those wide splits against a 4-4 defense. Salazar, the safety, setting up the screen. Hall gets to the edge. There's going to be a penalty again there. Fernando Huerta. He didn't need to hit Zollinger, and he did anyway. Rode him right to the ground.
And you maybe see it in the bottom of your screen here, number 73. Reaches out that arm right there. He barely touches him, and that's all it takes.
You know, we talked about that block in the back penalty last week against East on the punt, and you talked to an official earlier this week.
I did, as a matter of fact. He said the block in the back is not the issue, and the way they administered the call was correct.
You can call that whenever.
You can call that whenever. Possession is not necessary to call a block in the back. However, he did have a problem with even calling the penalty because it really wasn't a block in the back.
Because of the situation of the fumble?
Yeah, because once it's a fumble, you can pull, push, tug, do whatever, as long as you're not trying to inflict damage.
Caressa over the middle's got Pickett. First down and more. Penalty. We don't need no stinking penalty. We'll just pick up more yards, is what Mountain Crest says. From the 27 down to the 31.
Pickett's been his favorite target this year, and here's why. He loves that seam route, and they ran it against East, and they're seeing it again today.
42 yards on the pickup. This one batted in the air as well and picked off. That's the second time Caressa's had one batted into the air. This time it's picked off. Bountiful up 7 and in business again.
Jordan Parkinson right there and smartly dives and picks that ball off in the air. Good old-fashioned tip drill.
Caressa, not a huge quarterback, about, what, 6 feet, 6'1"?
Ooh, maybe.
Those linemen got their hands up and knocked that one down. Schmidt hauled down after a gain of 2. Nope, that's Kaufman, number 44. Schmidt 34, Kaufman 44. Richardson on the tackle. Let's see if the Mountain Crest defense made any adjustments after Bountiful cut through him like butter on the first possession. Zollinger gives to